everybody, welcome. My name is Rubydung. Welcome to today's episode. As you can see, I'm over here at the main base. I've been doing a slight amount of work off camera, getting a little bit of resources and stuff. But I have a few things on me for the start of today's episode. I was capable of making... voila, 2 stacks of pistons. I probably could make more, but I'm just wanting to slowly see how many I can slowly get into this system over here, because in today's episode, this is not the primary thing I'm wanting to work on. God, that villager farm is so long. Holy cow, it's so long. But in today's episode, I am just wanting to, at the start of today's episode, I'm going to quickly put in a few of the pistons, not wanting this to be the primary thing with today's episode. Oh wow, I don't even have the first layer done? Wow. Okay, fine. Let's finish up the first layer. And I am putting these in wrong already. But in today's episode, I am just going to quickly put in each of the pistons here. Nothing much for the start of today's episode, but I'm actually wanting to work on another part of the base. One that I said that I was going to work on some time ago, like quite some time ago. So I'm going to quickly put these pistons in here and then be back with you guys, hopefully with all of these nice and put in. Alright, I have gone through and I have put in the wood and the pistons. I also put in the last little bit of dirt that was missing, so as you can tell there was strips of dirt, just little blocks up there. Went through, put in all the strips, so all that is missing now is the redstone and the pistons. And then I just have to design the main mechanism, put in the water, and then the sugarcane. So this whole thing is very close to done, and I can begin putting the walls in. However, I'm going to do a whole bunch more mining for that. So instead of continuing to work on that, there is a few other things that I am wanting to work on. So I am going to have to swim all the way over here. This over here is one of the things I'm wanting to work on, because this thing over here annoys me to no end. This thing here doesn't touch the blocks here. This thing is not properly supported. It is just a floating platform, and every once in a while, I'll walk by it, I'll look at it, and then I'll just grow a vein in my forehead. I'm just like, this thing is beyond annoying. So I am going to just completely rebuild this thing, and then hopefully stretch it all the way up to the top, so that way I have a full platform once again. So I'm going to go through here and rebuild this very quickly. Going to have to tear out quite a bit of the top portion there and also quite a bit of the glass, but I'm going to try getting all the way up there right now. Actually, I have an ender pearl to help me assist in that attempt to get all the way up there. Okay, I'm going to be on the inside for this apparently, but oh, I need to put away this dirt. Okay, I ender pearled a little prematurely there. Alright, I have gone through and I have gotten rid of all of the surrounding area here, and now I'm going to need some slabs so that way I can extend the platform out a little bit and go through and actually put in the little bits that are going to wind up being here for the actual room, because the wood is going to have to touch this pillar here. So this is going to have to be a quite large platform, and I'm going to have to extend it all the way up so that way it goes up to the bits here. So this is going to be a very tall room because of that. I don't necessarily have to extend it all the way up there, but I think I'm gonna, because I think that would actually be quite nice, and I'm probably going to wind up saving a little bit on brick by doing so. So I'm going to begin the process of extending it out there, because all I have to do is build the border out first, and then I put in the actual bits for the platform. But see, it's already going out and touching. That is because I made it 1 block too shy. So now, as I'm going to be extending this bit out, I just need to make sure to keep in mind that I am going to be having this go all the way around, in which case this is going to touch the little area right over there, because that is where I was going to put a doorway, in which case I do plan to at least keep a doorway there. I would like to keep a doorway there, because this base isn't done expanding, not even close. This base is going to keep expanding for a very, very long time, so I might as well keep in mind my ideas for expansion while building part of the base, because there are parts of the base or I built it and did not plan to extend it. I was like, I'm building this part and that is it, and then I would have to go through later and be like, okay, I am now expanding. Boy, now I have to tear out parts of the base in order for me to begin the expansion process. So, I want to keep expansion in mind because this is a pretty natural area to expand forward from. In which case, this base is already kind of surrounding this little lake area. So, having it continue to go around and surround this lake area is going to be a nice little, I think, way of doing that. So, I have all of the wood here nice and in place. I'm also going to have to go ahead and do that for the hall here. I don't know why I got rid of so much of this hallway. I have a reason for doing it, but I don't know why I got rid of so much of it. But while I'm going to be going through and putting all of this back in, I'll be back with you guys, hopefully, with a good amount replaced. Alright, I have gone through and I have built up quite a bit of this. So I built up the tunnel that I had torn out. As you notice, nothing really changed. That is because the rest of this area is basically the exact same. All that is particularly missing is that I'm probably going to have to put some pillars on the outside here. So some extra pillars going all the way down. And the question is, I'm probably going to have to put them all the way up as well. But that's going to be interesting for some locations like right here, where that's going to have to break through some glass, I think, or go at least all the way up to the glass. There's some weird areas that are going to have to be... I'm going to have to do some weird stuff for some of the areas here, but I still have to do this half of the area, but I actually like this. This is going to be a bit of a weirder area. I also cut out the section up there, so the bricks are going to be cut off by the wall that's extending all the way up. Also, the glass doesn't go all the way through, as if I stand here at this angle, yeah, you can see I got rid of all the bricks and glass up there, so it is just going to wind up being the sheer face right here. There's this little device all the way up in the air in the middle of this room. Now, I don't know what I'm going to wind up doing with this room. This could just wind up being another intersection room, in which case this space is mostly intersections at this point. But I think that that is perfectly fine. I could wind up building something here. If one of you guys winds up having a cool idea of what I could wind up building in this room, then I am all ears. In which case, all I have to do now is build up the hallway for the next section, but I'm not going to wind up doing that for at least a while. I still need a ton of bricks. I really need a lot of bricks. Oh my gosh, I'm always on the constant need of bricks. I don't know how on earth I have entered this part of my series where I just never have enough bricks. There needs to be a whole episode at one point dedicated to me just farming bricks. Because I did that at one point. And those bricks lasted a while. Like, they lasted some time, but, oh my gosh, I'm out of bricks again. In which case, I am now running to another section of my base. I'm kind of taking the long way. I don't know why I'm taking the long way, but I am. In which case, what I am trying to do is get all the way to the viewing platform, so that way I can actually take a look at the actual section that I just built. So I'm actually just going to run all the way over there right now. Alright, I finished putting up all of the walls here. All that's missing is a couple of little bits, such as the actual pillars that will be going on the outside, and possibly some bookshelves. It's going to take a while for me to get all the bookshelves for this area, but I'll be able to probably do that at some point. And also, I put in the wall that is blocking off the actual tunnel all the way outside here, all the way to the interior area. In which case, I could try doing some decorative thing, like probably try having it look like it's branching off of multiple directions or something. I'm not sure yet. I want to do something. Maybe hang like a chandelier from that. I'm not sure. But I am wanting to hop all the way down here and do the outside look like I was wanting to do a little bit ago. Because I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to do an outside look. And then I was like, wait, probably not going to look too good now that I did the opposite side of the building for the exterior opposed to the actual side that would hide the other walls. So now that I have all those sides built, ta-da! I think that looks significantly better already. That looks so much better than it used to, because Previously, it was like a much smaller platform that was like mid-air, and then there was a big break. I think that looks way better. So now all I want to do is put in the actual pillars for that area. I think that would look absolutely superb. I think that would look very good. Note, I don't have the logs on me at this exact moment to do that, but I could try putting in at least a little bit of the actual logs, so that way it's kind of complete. I guess kinda complete. Oh, I want to probably grab some stew. Mushroom Island, please grant upon me some stew. There we go. I also probably need to put a beacon out in this area soon, which means I'm probably gonna have to do some more wither skeleton farming, which, oh my gosh, I hate wither skeleton farming so much. It's one of the most tedious things in game. It takes hours just to get a skull. Alright, now that I'm all the way back on the inside of here, I am, weirdly enough, wanting to drop back down, so that way I can put the logs in. But while I am going to be putting the logs in, I think, guys, that is probably going to be doing it for today's episode. I do hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want to see me do anything in particular, please be sure to tell me. I always love hearing your guys' suggestions. There's always a billion things I always can wind up doing in game, a billion projects that are always going on at a given time, and in addition to that, this is a sandbox game, so there is an infinite number of projects that I can always wind up doing. But with all of that now nice and said, guys, that's probably going to be doing it for today's episode. I do hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you guys here in the next one. So long. Oh, see ya. Oh, bye.